you ever heard of Joel Osteen? He's a pastor he's the pastor of Lakewood Church out of Texas, I believe. He was on, and I got some notes here. He was on Chris Wallace show, he and his wife, Victoria. And Chris Wallace asked his wife, asked Victoria, why Joel doesn't talk much about the devil, sin, or hell. You never really hear him talking about those things, right? And she said, well, he doesn't talk about them because you don't really want to condemn people. You know, you want to be nice to them. You don't want to condemn them. You want to get them to do what they should do, but not condemn them. Even when I talk to my children, I don't condemn my children. So, you know, you don't talk about the hell and the sin thing.
But Victoria, Joel does not talk, and again, this goes back to the critics. You'd say, you could say the negative people. Doesn't talk a lot about the devil, doesn't talk a lot about hell, doesn't talk a lot about sin. Aren't those all, you could say they're downers, but aren't those all important parts of religion?
Well, I think he does talk about that. He just talks about it from a different angle. Instead of saying, you know, you did bad today, you know, you sinned, you this. He just says, you know what, you can do better. You know, you can work hard, you can be focused, you can be disciplined. So it's almost saying it in reverse, you know. I think about when I talk to my kids and I want to encourage them, inspire them, and cause them to do better. I don't beat them down for doing wrong, but I show them how to do right. And I believe that's what Jesus did. He always pointed people in another direction. He never beat them down. He never condemned them.
Wait. No, Jesus, I don't mean to teach you guys.
Go ahead.
No, but he could be tough.
He could be tough. One specific time he was tough is he got really angry when the merchants were in the temple. And he got really tough then. But I think the principle was they were using the gospel, you know, to gain. And so, you know, what were they going to do with that? I don't know. But that did upset him. But very rarely did he lash out. He was always among the people.
I couldn't believe that woman was saying that. I'm like, are you nuts? How you not talk about hell and sin? That's what the people, they are in sin. They want to come out of sin. If you don't mention the sin, how are they going to become aware that they're in the sin? Because they're in denial about being in sin. And being in sin is living in hell. You know what I'm saying? People who are angry are living in hell. I don't care who it is or how much anger you have or don't have. If you have a little iota of anger, you're living in hell. Because you can be pushed around just like that. I can say some things right now and 5 people get up and walk out on me. Even though I'm saying what I'm saying, 5 people get up and walk out on me right now, and then they'll badmouth me the rest of the year. They won't say, oh, he was right. I got mad at him, and he was right. They'll go badmouth me. And so he went on, and then I'll take your question, Pat. He went on and he asked Joel, the preacher, and by the way, the woman is a preacher now. The wife is a preacher too now. Chris asked Joel, how should we deal with the illegal, he said illegal immigration, but I say illegal aliens in the U.S. How should we deal with the immigration issue, illegal immigration issue in the U.S.?
What do you think? How should we deal with the illegal immigrants in this country?
I wish I knew the answer, Chris. It's so complicated. I'm on the side of mercy, but I do think we have to secure borders, and I don't know that you can, you know, I know both sides of the argument. I don't know the answer, but I'm always going to fall on the side of mercy, especially the ones I know that grew up here, that were born here. You think, I don't know what the right thing to do is, but, you know, my heart is out to them, and I'm open and on the side of mercy.
So amnesty is not a dirty word, do you?
Well, I don't know that, you know, I don't know that that's the answer, but I haven't heard of a great solution yet. So I don't know. It's so complicated. It's like somebody said, we can't pack up 12 million and tell them to leave. And then, you know, I don't know if it's right to just say, okay, here's 12 million that came here illegally. So I don't know what it is. I wish I knew a good answer, but I don't.
And the preacher said, that's a hard one. I don't know. I wanted to slap him with the Bible.
Well, I don't know that, you know, I don't know that that's the answer.
I'm serious. He was whining just like that. Anybody see it? So what? Yeah. I don't know.
I wish I knew a good answer, but I don't.
That's a hard one.
Chris, it's so complicated.
I'm like, how's that a hard question? How do you deal with illegal immigration in America? Can you imagine what would have happened had he been sitting on that stage with Christian Powell? That man would have cried. Leave me alone. But he said, that's a hard one. I can't answer that. I just don't know the solution. And then one more he asked about. There were other things he asked. But he asked Joel if being gay is a sin. Is it a sin to be gay?
Is being gay a sin?
I believe the scripture says that being gay is a sin. But every time I say that, Chris, I get people saying, well, you're a gay hater and you're a gay basher. I'm not. I don't dislike anybody. Gays are some of the nicest, kindest, most loving people in the world. But my faith is based on what I believe the scripture says, and that's the way I read the scripture.
So do you think gays should have any of the rights of heterosexual couples, civil unions, marriage?
I don't think we should discriminate against anybody. So I think, yes, I don't think, there was an issue where somebody couldn't go visit a gay loved one in the hospital. I don't think that's right. They love each other. So I think there should be some. I'm not for gay marriage, but I'm not for discriminating against people.
Well, according to the Bible now, I'm going by the Bible.
My faith is based on what I believe the scripture says, and that's the way I read the scripture.
My Bible says yes. It's a sin to be gay. Now, that's what my Bible says, the Word say. So I'm going by the Word. But
I'm not. I don't dislike anybody. Gays are some of the nicest, kindest, most loving people in the world.
I love the gay people. I think that they're nice and sweet. I don't hate anybody. I'm like, what kind of preacher is this? I don't hate, just apologetic and just really just sugar water. And I'm thinking, no wonder America is suffering. It's no wonder that we're in the condition that we're in. The family's been broken, so the men are not guiding their wives and children in the right way to go. And now the churches are wimped out, absolutely wimped out. How is it that you can say that you're called by God and you're representing the truth, and you come up against the children of Satan who are called by Satan, and you wimp out like that? Greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. But God totally wimped out. Just wimp absolutely out with the truth. With the truth. I wonder when they left that show and went home, or they were in the car riding home, what did they say to each other? Like, yeah, honey, you told them the truth. You were right on today, honey. I wonder what do they say to each other when they get in the car? And then when they get home and the kids and the friends are watching TV, what do they say? Oh, Pops, you really stirred up today. I like the way you were going, yeah. Yeah, Pop, I'm really proud of you. You're a man of God. Don't you wonder what they say? I'd like to be the fly on the wall in that car.